journey we'll ride, with our passion burning bright. Up in Spurs we arise, eyes on the prize, victory in sight with all our might, with all our might, with all our might.
There you go. I am now sorry. I have my new mic on silent. Sorry, Peter. Thank you very much for telling me. But yeah, welcome to it. I'll start again now, shall I? Oh Lord, I hate being rushed. Big up to everyone. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to THFC till I die. Hunt Tottenham past, present, and exact future under Ange Postecoglou. And this is the post-match show after our 1-0 victory over Liverpool last night at the Lane. A very traumatic, of high drama night at the Lane. Everything from Bentancur's injury, and thank God he's okay, and we wish him a speedy recovery. I think the latest we got from him, or I got, was just let me double check. I just need to check. I think that the doctors are going to check on him while he's at home for the next few days, and do before they let him back playing again, which is right and which is the right thing. But look, I think last night was a great victory in my view. I think it was a victory. We've beaten one of the best team in the league, if not probably one of the best teams in Europe. And everyone was saying about a new goalkeeper as well. He was absolutely outstanding last night. And maybe I'm looking at it through rose-tinted glasses. Maybe he could have done better. Maybe I'm just looking at it through that I wanted him to do so well. But look, for me, a win is a win. You take a win up to Anfield, and you give Ange the tools. And it was an Ange masterclass last night. All them players deserve credit, every one of them. I know Sonny didn't have his greatest game last night. I know Johnson neither, but they do all deserve credit because of what they must have gone through, seeing their teammate, seeing their comrade collapse like he did, pass out with, we think, concussion. That's sort of unconfirmed or confirmed. I'm not really sure, but I will try to get you the latest news on that when we do our half 10 transfer show. Was more of the way they went about it last night. They took that as inspiration. They took that as motivation to go on and win that game for Benny and give them a great chance of winning the tie. And I think we can win the tie. I think we can get a draw up at Anfield, either a 1-1 or a 2-2 draw. We still win 3-2 over 2 legs. And then I think we beat Newcastle in the final. I don't think Arsenal are going to beat Newcastle up there in Geordie land. I don't think they are. I think Newcastle will beat Arsenal and reach the final. I think we're going to reach the final. I think it will be a Spurs Newcastle final. And it's about time too, because Ange's got an awful lot of stick. The players have got an awful lot of stick as well. And they answered them last night. They did. They did. They answered them fully last night. Well, let's see what people are saying in the chat. Big up to Peter. It said, hi all, it's 7:02 a.m. in Melbourne. I bet you're a lot warmer than I am here in Wexford in Ireland. It is fucking freezing. It would freeze the balls of a monkey. It's that cold over there. It is freezing over here. You're on silent. Yeah, that is such a rookie mistake. And we're doing this long enough. But cheers, Peter. He says, give the time Andrew revolutionize Spurs. He will. He will do it. He will do it. I know he'll do it. And I understand people are not convinced by Ange. I understand people are Ange out. I do get it. And it's their opinion, and their opinion does their opinions do count. We are a fan base, and everyone's entitled to their opinion. But I think we can keep sacking managers after every 18 months. It just doesn't work. And we've done that. And I think you give a manager time like we did with Poch. And look, Poch took us on the wonderful mystery tour ride, up and down finals, twice for the league, Champions League final. Do you know, it took us to places we never dreamt would go. Okay, we didn't win anything. And I suppose if you want to cast that as success, you do success by winning trophies and winning championships and winning European trophies. And I think with Poch, maybe not now, but probably back then, he was probably a little bit tactical naive. If he had somebody a bit more experience as his number two, I think they would have they may have guided him in a different way, I think, to be fair. But I think Ange is building something beautiful here. He's building something brilliant. He's building something. And we've got to take these nights. We've got to look at these nights and think this is where we truly are. And you'd think we've got 10 players out. And we went out there with a makeshift back four. Archie Gray, who doesn't play a centre-back. You've got, like, Bentancur dropping down and being carried off. All the worry about that. Or the distress that would have caused the team as well, and the lads on the pitch seeing that. And for them to refocus and for them to galvanize themselves and come out and really take everything Liverpool chucked to them last night and then go and get the winner, which I thought the offside wasn't offside. I always thought the rule was you give the attacking side the advantage. Always thought that. I thought that was the rule, but obviously it's not. Obviously it's changed. Obviously the defense now have the advantage when there's a tight call like that, and I didn't see anything wrong with that goal. The second goal, should Bergville have been on the pitch? I don't think he should have been booked in the first place. And there was a lot of criticism of the referee trying to even things up. Well, Liverpool can moan and complain all they want. But for me, I think it was a fair... I think the referee did very well in that thing. He should have booked him in the first place because the first foul wasn't a foul. Diaz dived, and we all know he dived. He didn't catch him. The second foul, yeah, hands up. He should have got a booking for that. And that means he would have been sent off. But the referee had looked at it and thought, maybe not. I made a mistake in the first one. I got to even this up then. And then a Liverpool player, they're down to 10 men because one of their players have been off getting treatment. And Tottenham score. And what a goal by Bergville. What a hold up, though, by Solanke as well. He was absolutely fantastic, Solanke, last night. Didn't get my man in the match, but he was close to it. He was very close to it. Right, let's see what's in. Peter's also saying they'd say he is tactically naive, one-trick pony, LOL, LOL, LOL. Yeah, I know. It is so funny that everyone that's been slagging off Ange, and rightly so, they're entitled to their opinion. Again, they're right. They don't have to like Ange. But he did show last night he can do it and Liverpool are the best team in the league right now. There's no doubt in that. We can't walk away from that. Liverpool are the best team in the league. Probably will go on to win the league. Probably go on to win the Champions League. But I just think we have them. I just think that they're full attention on the League Cup, especially when it comes back in February. We'll have players coming back. And also Dale will be back into the Champions League again. Now, if they're struggling in the league, are they going to think, do you know what? We'll let this competition go. We need to concentrate in the league. We need to concentrate on the Champions League. I think they will. I think they will, and I think we will get to the final and we will win. I've said it, I think from Coventry, our name's on the cup this year. Our name is on the cup this year. I really do believe that. Big up to Wilson T. Players coming back got to avoid defeat. Yeah, we do. We have to avoid defeat at all costs, and I think we will. I think we will up there. I think we'll get a draw, and I think that'd be enough to see us through to the final. It's going to be a very tense night. It's going to be a very nervy night. I think going up to Anfield, you want to probably spend the first 15, 20 minutes not conceding anything. If you can get a goal yourself within that 10 to 15 minutes, then you are riding, because Liverpool would have to come out and we can just pick them up with the pace we have. I keep going back to 95 when we beat them 2-1 in an FA Cup quarter final. Jurgen Klinsmann scoring the winner in a couple of minutes before the end of the game. We beat them in the league the previous year before that, the 93-94 season, 2-1 early in the season. I think Teddy Sheringham got a goal before he got injured. We have beaten Liverpool up there. Yes, we have been on the end of a few defeats as well. But I just think that this is a competition. Look, they're not going to go out and throw it and not win. They're going to give it their all because, as I said, Liverpool are the best team in the league right now. But other competitions are more for a priority than the League Cup. And if you're in the Champions League and you've got a difficult Champions League game, you've got a difficult game coming up the weekend in the middle of that League Cup semi-final, will they rest players because of the other two competitions? It will be really interesting to know. No greater tactic than installing belief in players. No, there isn't. And that's what Ange does so well. He installs belief. He will have had them players at half-time really going out in that second half, wanting to do it for not avoid defeat, but not to lose for Bentancur. And I think that's what they went out. And you can see the emotion when Burfield scored. You can see the emotion of Ange, the coaching staff, the players. It meant so much to them. It means so much that we are 90 minutes away from a final. We're 2 games away from winning a trophy. And that's what it should be about. That we should be. I'm absolutely buzzing that we're nearly at Wembley. But we have to get a result up there. We have to get a result, and that is the main thing. That is such a main thing. We have to get a result up there, which is not easy. It is not easy at all. Big up to Peter. Nice warm, nice and toasty, Yeah, that will keep the that will keep you nice and warm. The problem is fans think they know better. Look, we all know better. All of us, Peter. You know that as well as I do. Football is full of opinions. That's what football is about. It's about opinions. It's about opinions. It's about you know better than the other fan. And that's what it's about. That is what it's about. And you can not go away from that. You know, it is what it is. If we all thought the same, if we're all Angian, it would be a boring conversation to have, wouldn't it? You need a bit of diversity. You need the opposite, I think, to make it interesting. And I think that is the thing. It's about being honest with yourself and being honest, being true to yourself, being honest where you stand and being true to your own values, being true to where you stand on this question. And for me, I'm Angian. I will die in this hill. I would die in that hill. I've got axes, I've got swords, I've got arrows in my back, but I will go up that hill and I will defend that manager to my last breath. That if he leaves and the other manager comes in, he gets my support. But I've never had the urge to support a manager as much as I support Ange. Maybe because I've seen what he did up in Celtic and being a Celtic fan as well. Maybe I have the balance and the luxury of seeing what Ange can do. And maybe I was sold up there. Maybe him coming to Tottenham is probably the best thing in the world. In my opinion, not a lot of everyone has seen Ange up in Scotland. And not a lot of people rate the Scottish League. They rate it as a 2-team league. Well, you can say the same about La Liga. That's a 3-team league. You can say the same about the French league. That's a 1-team league. So up in Scotland, you have to beat what's in front of you, and you've got to beat Rangers. when before Ange came in, Celtic were a mess. The club was a mess. Ange came in, he built the club again, he built the players' confidence, he brought in players, and he got that team purring, and he got them playing the best football I've ever seen a Celtic side play. And if he's backed and backed fully without any sort of trying to save a buck here or a buck there, I think you will see a very different Tottenham side. And it showed last night, them players are absolutely behind Ange 100%. But look, everyone's entitled to their opinion. Um, um, uh, look, I think every fan is entitled to their opinion. And I keep saying that, I repeat myself. I know I'm repeating myself. But I think it is, and it's important we accept other people's opinion, because it's important we do. It's important that we can accept the way that other people will see the game differently to us, to how I see it. And it's important that you accept that. It's important that we acknowledge that. And it's also important that we have to accept it. It's part of life, it's part of football, and it's part of the way the game is now. Never used to be. It wasn't as bad as it was now. To be fair, Peter, you know as well as I do, and I've seen a lot more Tottenham. You've seen a lot of Spurs as well, and so has Mr. Brady, and so has Jared, and everyone. So, do you know, a lot of people in this chat have seen a lot of Spurs 20 plus years of following this club. So, do you know, do we know more than the younger fans? Probably do. But the younger fans see it differently to how we see it. And I think we got to accept it, as bad as it is. But I think we do have to accept it sometimes. Evening, Dermo, great win. It was a fantastic win. I'm buzzing. I'm absolutely buzzing. We beat Liverpool. Great win. Shame the connection. My connection was down. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I'm really sorry. But, you know, it's only half job done. We've got to go up to Anfield now and get the second half done now. We've give ourselves a absolute foothold and a very good base to build on, and build the second leg on, and go up there and win, or get a draw. I think you up there, you got to go up with the mindset we're going to win this game. But at some point, if you're 85th minute or 80th minute, 10 minutes ago, you know a draw will do. I think it's time then to shut up shop and get to that final. I'm sure Ange will. I'm sure Ange will have a plan for that. Pete says, I can understand the frustration, but yeah, I can too. I can really understand the frustration. But we do have to ride the wave. We do. And we have to see it out. Pardon me. And we have to accept there's going to be bumps in the road. There's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be more downs than ups at some part of the season. But no one ever, if you told me that we would have half our first team out, we would only have 15 players, you're going to be 12th in the league, but you're in the semi-final of the League Cup and you've beaten Liverpool 1-0 with a chance of getting to that final, would you be still backing the manager? And the answer to that is yes, because he's not playing with a full deck of cards. He's got one hand tied behind his back. And don't forget, we do have Mr. Levy, who doesn't always like to back his managers. He does sometimes like to go for the cheap option and try to save a few quid. I know there's a lot of rumours at the moment. Let me see that for the. Yeah, I look, there is a lot of rumors going around tonight, especially about the Kulu menu. Now, the latest I have on this, I'll just give it to you very quickly because we are doing the transfer show later, but there was something on the Premier Inside. Now, I don't know how true this is or not, by the way. It's only a rumor. For me, but personal terms have been agreed with Kulu Manu. Conversation taking place are now over the structure of the deal. Tottenham want a loan plus option, whereas PSG are pushing for a loan plus obligation. Now, for me personally, I rather go for a loan with an option, not an obligation. That's just me. That is just me. I'd rather go for that. But we have to get the deal done. We have to get these players in. And the more plays we can give Ange, the more better plays we can give his squad, the better play, then that makes the squad better. the better we can play, the better we can go, the better we can win stuff. And the more then we can do that, we can win trophies. And that's what it's all about, is winning trophies. And Tottenham going to the heights of where Tottenham have never been before. This rebuild was from the beginning. It had to be from the beginning. We had to get rid of all the deadwood. We had to get rid of Sanchez, Don Bele, Eric Dyers. We had to get rid of these players, and we did. And the problem is with the summer transfer window, where I always say it came back and bit us on the arse. It did, and it has. But you sacrificed that from getting rid of the deadwood out. And there had to be some sort of sacrifice you had to make. Could you have got one out, got one in, and did it that way? Well, no. Well, John Lang decided, I'm going all out to get the deadwood out. We're going to get some players in, try to get to January and build it from there, and then finish the building next summer. And then next season is the season we can really say to Ange, sink or swim. But if he wins the trophy this season, does that take the pressure off him? Yes, it does. Does that take the pressure off Daniel Levy? No, it doesn't, because then once we've won something, we're saying to Levy, right, we want to do it again. And we got a chance in the League Cup. We've got a chance in Europe as well. Top four's gone. Forget about top four. We're not going to get Champions League football. If we win the Europa League, we'll get Champions League football. If we win the FA Cup, I think we'll get Europa League football. And we can still get top six in the league. And I don't think there's any doubt why we can't get top six. Man United can get top six in the league if they get a few wins together. The league is that tightly packed. And don't also forget this Man City thing. If Man City are found guilty and then relegated, well, then everyone goes up a place. So there's a lot of curveballs. There's a lot of, not curveballs, probably the wrong word, but there's a lot of avenues we have to go down and think, well, if we did that and do this, can we get that way? I think Ange has got to think and pick his matches and pick his battles carefully. I think we've got to go for the cups this year. I think we've got to go all out to win the 3 cups that we're in, and then what we do in the league. The last time we won a League Cup, we finished 11th in the Premier League. The last time we won an FA Cup, we finished 10th in the Premier League. So, we've always had bad league seasons when we've won a cup. So, maybe it's the same thing. Maybe history's starting to repeat itself. Big up to Mr. Brady. Reports of floods in Liverpool blamed on crying fans arriving back from the Spurs game. Yeah, I heard that too, Philip. I heard there was, they put out the government have gone up there and given loads of tissues to Liverpool fans. Also, Liverpool fans are crying over that Bergville's still on the pitch. Which I think he should have been, because he should never been booked in the first half. That first tackle was not a tackle, it was a dive, and Diaz should have been booked for diving. The second one, yeah, technically he should have been booked because it was a bad tackle, but the referee was evening it up. He made a mistake, he realized he cocked up, and he was trying to even it up. And let me also, guys, know, let me know what you thought of the new referee and talking over the tannoy, explaining the decision. What did you think of that? I'm still open-minded on it. I'm still 50-50 on it. So we'll have to wait and see. We've got Peter saying Solanke was a machine. Yeah, he really was a machine last night. Was brilliant. They were all man in the match. Yeah, it was very hard to get a man in the match out of that last night. Very hard to rate it because they all played so well. But I had to come up with a man in the match, and you will find out in a minute. Remember Jota's boot and Skip's face a couple of seasons back? No red card. Then he scored the winner. They weren't crying about that. No, they weren't crying about that. That is so true. Gerard saying Toffs and Posh near the left 25 minutes. Yeah, and Sean Dyche got the boot today as well, didn't he, from Everton? So Everton are a little bit of free fall. Could this be the year Everton goes down? You never know. He gives me the freedom to express them. So he does give them, and that's what a good football manager does. A good football manager would tell his players, go out and enjoy yourself. Go out and express your game. And that's what some of them do. You look at Bergville, you look at Archie Gray, they express themselves. They're very good. 18-year-olds in playing, like they're seasoned pros. Really are absolutely fantastic, and I'm so excited by Bergville. I know Philip Brady was when we bought him. He really was. He called him the Swedish Messi. I can see why. He plays beyond his years, and aren't you great as well? I'm absolutely. He's fast becoming a favourite player of mine. One of them. And it's great that we have a player that can play in the versatile positions. Play fullback, play centre back, play centre midfield, plays in that number 6 role as well. I think it's fantastic, and I think it gives him more confidence that he can do that. Big up Steve R as well. I haven't seen you before, but please hit the like button and description. It says freeze the balls off a brass monkey. That's what I was trying to say, Steve. Big up. Thank you very much for getting that. Big up to Gary Becks as well. Big up, Gary, a member. Do pick up your memberships as well, guys, if you can. A load of members-only content will be coming out your way for the next few days. Kingsley says, Kingsley, Spence, Gray, Porro, Basuma, Bergville, Slanky were all great last night. Sonny Johnson were poor again. Kulu looked shattered. I love the players injured, celebrating. It shows there's such a connection within that squad. There's such a... They're all in it. They're all brothers in it. And that's what I love about it. That's what I do love about it. But look, it is great. It's brilliant. And that's what I want to see. And yeah, I agree with you in that. I thought Kulu did look knackered last night. And I thought Sonny tried. But Johnson was poor again. But I think he tried as well. Johnny, I will swap you. Steve, I will swap you. The irony is Ange himself let the fans feel what they feel. He does. And he does. He feels he's one of the fans. And that's the thing with Ange. That he hurts as much as we hurt. He's not like when we lose, oh, well, mates, who we are. And, you know, we get on with it. And he can go home and have a glass of wine and forget about it. He's moody. He's hurting. And he's like us. He knows how we feel. And he's one of us. And I think not a lot of fans would probably agree with what I've just said, but I do believe Ange is one of us. He is a fan as well. And he hurts. He knows how much we're hurting. So if we're hurting, then he's hurting as well. So I like that. I really do. Big up to Wayne Bonner. Good evening, everyone. Hope you're well. The goon at work today clicked me and kept his distance. Well, I hope, yeah, he needs to be keeping his distance. Just tell him to keep on trucking. Don't come near. Love to, but I'm frozen in place 12. Yeah, I know the feeling, Steve. I really know the feeling. Everyone, everything he has done in his career is paying again now in England for me. Is deja vu. Yeah, it is deja vu. You're right. I wish he can lose the dressing room every week. I know. I get it, Peter. I do get it. The new keeper, Gary Spence, Bergville, all played well last night. They were brilliant. I love how calm the keeper was. Any news on Bentancur? Well, I think that I'm waiting for an update. I will probably have an update for you at 10:30 for the transfer show, Wayne. So let me know. All I know is that the Spurs medical team are checking on him at home, and they won't let him back to Hotspur Way until he's fully ready. So, I will. Yeah, what I'll do is Column's coming on with me. Hopefully at 10:30. So we will get an update for you then, Wayne. So do join us back then for the transfer show. We've got a little bit of transfer news for you, and we thought we'd put it into a show. So there you go, Steve. I can't handle heat anymore. We'll come over here so you can handle the cold. Big up, yeah, big up. We are Spurs TV. Got your email, and we are sorting that out for you, sir. Plus we'll have players back. Yeah, of course we will. Of course we have players back for the second leg. Where are we now? Where are we now? We're there. I know the only game. New keeper. Wow, yeah, he was brilliant last night. The new keeper was fantastic. I thought he was very comfortable in what he did. I thought he showed great confidence as well in command in his area. He wasn't afraid. He didn't let the occasion get to him. He actually used it as motivation, actually, to show. And his response at the end was, I'm here and I'm fighting for my first place. I'm fighting for the number 1 jersey. And that's what I wanted. I wanted 2 goalkeepers go into each other head to head. This is my jersey. I'm having it. And that's what I always wanted, and that's what we're going to get. Big up to Tequila316. Big up to Domo in the chat. Big up Tequila. It's back on Saturday night with me, guys. So look forward to the return of the Tequila. I'm looking forward to him coming back. He's always great to do shows with. I'm 56 and got arithmetic issues, so the heat would be better. I'm refrigerating, so solar power, and then AC incoming. I get you. I really want Ange to rest Poro, Kulu, Rudu, Solanke versus Tamra. I think he will. I give Gray the choice if he wants to play. I get him in midfield. I think there will be changes for that Tamsworth game, and I think we should beat them quite comfortably, to be fair. Big up Dermo and chat. Big up again, Tequila. Great to see you in the chat. Who you think will be the next Toffees manager? Oh, I don't know. That's a tough one. Probably David. They might go back to David Moyes. I think he's out of a job. Harry Potter's gone in at West Ham. Who else? Do you know what? I don't know. That's a difficult one. They've got to get it right, actually, because they've got to get a manager that knows how to manage in a relegation battle. That's going to be interesting. I think David Moyes keeps coming into my head. Former manager there, of course. Do you know what, Jared? I don't know. I can't think of anyone. Really can't think. Yo, Dermo. You's all good. I am fine, Steve. I am grand. Thank you very much for asking. And your system doesn't need superstars. It just needs workhorses. That's it, 100%. Dermo Levy wants to rebuild on the cheap as he's already knocked 30 million off the range. But yeah, he does. And it doesn't work. You cannot rebuild on the cheap. It just doesn't work. You got to rebuild. You got to put the money in. Once you put the money in, you will get the success of that. And success brings money. He seems to forget that. If you go further in the Champions League, you get good money. If you win FA Cups or League Cups, you get money. Get revenue from that. So it's okay getting revenue of how many pints you can sell at the stadium. But if we win these competitions and become successful, that earns you more revenue. You know, just saying it out there. Big up Peter saying to Gerard, that's the way I think. I think he wants that Ange. Exactly. Gerard, Graham Berg versus Peter. Wow, exactly. Any transfer news because Juventus want to hijack the Kuludu? I'm waiting on an update. We are doing a transfer show at 10:30. So hopefully we'll have news then. But you never know. Anything breaks between now and then, we will bring to you first and fastest. As always, Jill. Good evening. Big up Mick Homelock as well. Good evening, Dermot. How are you doing? Coys, I am doing fine. Thank you. Big up to get saying hi to Mick. Smash the like. It's free and it helps the balls out. Thank you so much for your Spurs TV. Big up to everyone. Tequila says, can get Deitch in now. Any takers? No, thank you. No, thank you. You're so desperate to get Ange out. You take Sean Dyche. Oh, Lord. Oh, yeah. It would. Sean Dyche in. Can you just imagine, couldn't you? Oh, Lord. I thought Ange was a Liverpool fan. He is a Liverpool fan, but he doesn't like Liverpool. He wants to win the trophy with Spurs. You can't really be a fan of a club when you're a manager. No, I suppose you can't. Oh, Jose's a fan of every club he goes in, but that's just Josie for you. Thanks, Dermatron. I figured as much. Big up with your Spurs TV. We will get that sorted for you, sir. No problem. Big up to Gixie94. Big up, Gitsy. Hope you're doing well. He says, big up to McCoys. Big up, sir. Hope you're doing well. And I hope you and your family are doing well. Tufts 1-0 up after 43 minutes. I think Everton will win and up to. What's Big Sam up to? Well, he might be a good shout for Everton, actually, Tequila. It's a good shout. Sam Allardyce. Bring him in. Keep Everton up. Never know. There we go. Hashtag Big Sam for Everton. Big up, Tequila. Good shout. Gary says, what about Moyes' number 1 with Wayne Rooney's number 2? Do you know what? That's not a bad shout. I think that'd be a good shout for Everton. You've got Moyes in, an experienced manager. Bring Wayne Rooney. Let him learn under the great David Moyes. And then when he leaves, Wayne Rooney takes over. Yeah, I think it's a great shout. Absolutely great shout. Southgate's available if Everton are looking for a new gaffer. Yeah, if they want to be bored to tears, but I suppose beggars can't be choosers, I suppose. LOL, Ten Hag, there you go, Tequila, Ten Hag with Wayne Rooney, chasing a granny round Liverpool after the bingo. But there you go, Ten Hag, there you go. Tequila, good shout. Sam Allardyce, Ten Hag. I think Tequila, right? And some say Tequila is the biggest football sports agent in football. And he does on his books have Ten Hag, David Moyes, and Big Sam Allardyce. So he's there. He's there rubbing his hands, licking his lip, thinking he might get one of his lads in as manager at Everton. And, he might make a few quid out of it. He wasn't part of the So Campbell to Arsenal deal. I will say that. He wasn't part of that deal, but he was part of the deal to bring Jurgen Klinsmann to Tottenham in '94. So Tequila was part of that. So big up Tequila. Just saying. Some say he could be that. We just don't know. He is the mystery of the channel. He is the mystery man. He is Tequila Sunrise. We just don't know. Oh dear, I don't know. Take our next Everton manager. Big up to Big Bad Rom. Big Bad Rom. Hello. Any signings, any news on new signings? Have 10 transfer show tonight. I've got a few little bits and pieces. I'm still waiting for a massive update to come due, and that is due in the next hour. So have 10 tonight, guys. Join me and Colin, hopefully, for the big Tottenham transfer news update show. 10:30 tonight. So join us and we will give you all the news you need. Great win last night, says Big Bad Ron. Yeah, it was a brilliant win. We gave up position and went with the structure instead. It did suit us. It did suit us, and we played absolutely fantastic last night. And it did suit us. I agree with that. It's always the same. When we haven't had possession, we've gone with the structure, we've won. When we've outplayed and outpressed and outpassed teams, we lose. So there is something here. Go with the structure. Don't go for possession. We Are Spurs says, this channel, Eltel and Jack from the Irish Hotspur keep me back. Oh, thank you so much, We Are Spurs TV. Really means a lot, man. Thank you so much. Really does. LOL, nah, I'm not that desperate. I don't know, Tequila for the Everton job. I'm don't know, Tequila, I think you do a good job there. Sean Dyche, LOL, no. Big up. Hi, Dermot. Wife not too good. Dr. Smart. Well, listen, Mick, if you need anything, you know where you are, sir. I really hope your wife does start to feel better very soon. So really do. We mean that. So if you need anything, Mick, you can get hold of us on our social medias or send us an email and we will see what we can do. But let us know. If you need to talk to anyone, don't suffer alone. If you need to talk, get hold of us and we'll talk to you, sir. This is what this community is all about. If Juve really won Kulu, the judge gets stepping away if they flog us, the Villa lad. Man, that's a good shout, but I think we are going to get this PSG playthrough. I don't think he'll go to Juve. I think he'll come to us. Hope she does well. Yeah, same here, Tequila. Big up Tequila as well. Well done, sir. Moyes did an amazing job. I am Sky Andrews. No, you're not. You didn't set up the So Campbell deal. You're not part of that. You're not part of that. So Keith says, in that case, Demo, should we set up a counter-attacking team? No, we shouldn't. Do you know what? I think that's a topic we need to talk about on Saturday, sir. I wouldn't be against that. I would not be set up as a counter-attacking team. I would not be against that. At the moment, the way things are, I'd take any setup. Really do. What I am going to do is I'm going to plug, before we get on to the stats and my play ratings and everything, guys, I'm going to plug our channel sponsor, which is the Private Internet Access, one of the best VPN. It's not the best. It is the best VPN around. And it is Private Internet Access, one of the best VPNs around. And here it is. If you're on your computer and your internet, hackers, government, and corporate people can all take your information off you and sell it to the highest bidder. But with VPN, private internet access, it stops that. It doesn't allow them to do it. They can't get near it. It puts a barrier there. You can do it on your phone as well, which is absolutely fantastic. So you can be anywhere on your phone in the train. You can put it on your phone. You could be in Germany and find yourself in America and watching American Netflix. You can also link it to your laptop as well, which is brilliant. And it goes along with Netflix, Prime Video. You can do your banking on there. It keeps everything safe and secure, and it works on all mobile devices from Macs to YouTube, Prime Video, Hulu, Disney Plus, Apple TV, and Netflix. It works in all devices, everything from your Xbox to your PlayStation to your laptop to your tablet. And one good thing, one person has this in the house, it's used for everyone. Everyone. It goes around the world from Canada to the apparently become the 51st state of America. So enough about that. It does hide your IP address as well. It gets rid of your digital footprint, I think that means. And also there's 30 million subscribers as well. And also gets 4.5 star plus on Trustpilot. That is private internet access. That is our channel sponsor. So guys, for €45 for 2 years, €45 for 2 years, you get the best VPN deals around, and you get 4 months free on top of that as well, guys. 4 months free on top of that as well. So do pick up that offer. The link is in the description. The link is in the chat as well. Do hit that. It helps them. It also helps us because we get a little bit out of it as well. And we get together. We can put in more content. We can get in more graphics to make the content better for you guys. We can grow. And I'm sorry about this, Dave. I'm gonna say it if you're watching, but I will become the #1 Irish Spurs Tottenham channel in Ireland. I'm after your crown. I know you've got a head start on me, sir, but we are coming for your crown. THFC till I die is coming for the Irish Hotspur. We're going to become the #1 Irish Tottenham channel in Ireland. We're #2 at the moment, but that's not good enough for us. We want the #1 spot. We're a bit like, how can I put it? We're a bit like not Michael Schumacher. I suppose we're a bit like Jack Villeneuve and the Irish Hotspurs, Michael Schumacher, and they're chasing it out for the championship. We are going to get there. We are going to get there. Big up, Dave and Jack, if you're watching. It's a bit of a joke between me and Dave. But yeah, at the moment, I will admit they are the #1 Irish Tottenham channel, but we're coming for their crown. We are coming for their crown. And big up to Mick as well. No problem, Mick. And there, guys, is the link in the chat. It is €45 for 2 years plus 4 months free for half the price of other. And it is half the price of other VPNs. It is. It's the greatest I used it one Saturday for a game. No buffering, no nothing. It is well worth it, guys. And it gets away your blues of the match day blackout. You never have to suffer a match day blackout again. And you can join me with the watch along, sit back, crack open a beer, have the sound down, let Dermatron take you through the game, let his soft tones take you through the game, and you can watch it on your television there, sitting back, chilling out, just being happy as Larry. And no problem again. Thanks, Dermot, for your support. Look, that's what we're here for. This is what this community is about, supporting each other, being there for one another, helping each other out when we need to. And yes, life can be hard. And yes, we can all be sometimes going to dark places, but you're not on your own. And that's the one thing I love about this community. We're all together as one. We're one big family here on THFC till I die. Something I've tried to create. And I've had a lot of help from Tequila and Colin and Carl and other people that have been involved in the channel since its inception. And I think finally now we've got what I was always wanted, a family on here. This is my second family, and we're here for everyone. But that's enough about family. Let's talk about the other team we love, which is Tottenham Hotspur. And it was Spurs that won 1-0 last night. The Tottenham Hotspur Liverpool Carabao Cup semi-final first leg. It was at 8 o'clock kickoff at the greatest stadium at all, White Hart Lane, not the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, White Hart Lane. This was some of the stats. Possession, you can see Liverpool totally dominated us on possession, shots on target. We had more clean-cut chances than Liverpool, 4-3, and 2 corners each. And if you look at the top two, you would have thought Liverpool should have battered us. But in my view, Liverpool threatened without really creating much clear-cut chances. They only created 3, and they didn't take them because our goalkeeper was so fucking good. And you look at Liverpool, you look at Bertha at one point where we should have scored, where he went and he tackled the goalkeeper, got the ball. Porro tried to do a quick, it got blocked, and then he missed an opportunity. We had the offside, which wasn't offside in my view. And then we got Bertha with the winner. Do you know, I think we're outstanding. And again, somebody said it in the chat. Once you go for structure instead of possession-based football, it suits us far better, and it did. And she's right to be so pleased with the players last night. This is my player ratings for the team. This was very difficult. Who do I give my man of the match for? Because 3 people were running that for me. It was Kingsky, Archie Gray, and Bergville, and Jed Spence as well. And I just gave it to Bergville because of the way he worked in midfield. He scored the winning goal. He worked extremely hard, but it was so hard to give to give a man of the match. I wish I can give 2 or 3 man of the matches, but for me, maybe you might have a different opinion on me. Maybe you might have a different opinion on my ratings. Look, I did my ratings last night, and I did a rating show last night, went out this morning, and I actually thought about it afterwards, and did I agree with my ratings? I had to look back at the game again, and I did adjust my ratings. That's why I'm showing them again. But I've given Kingsky an 8. I thought he was outstanding on his debut last night, confident as any. What a confident young man he is. I've given the back 4, Porro 7, Dragonson a 7, Archie Gray 8, Spence 8. I thought them 2 were outstanding. I thought Porro and Dragonson were good too. Maybe I should give them an 8 actually for the back 5 as a whole. Basuma last night was fantastic as well. 7 for me. He was nearly a 7.5, and I don't like giving half, so that's why I give him a 7. Bentancur, you can't rate him, but thankfully, thank God he's okay. And again, I think the disinformation that went around on X last night was disgusting, and it was wrong. A lot of really sick individuals putting out really, really toxic, sick quotes or news or updates. And I think the police have to look into it. I think whoever made them comments, I think X as a company has to, I think, block those people or ban their accounts. I know you can come back and do another account. But I think, look, he is a human being at the end of the day, and his family would have been looking for. I'm sure his family would have been told first before we were told. But it was very serious at one point. We didn't know, and Colin, and I have to thank Colin and Tequila and Carl last night, because they did and our source as well. They did so much of the checking for me last night to make sure I was giving you guys the right information, the right information for you guys. And that was the main thing. It was about getting across the right information. I could just gone onto X and read off whatever I wanted to on X, and would have been disinformation for you guys, which is not what we're here for. We don't like giving disinformation. We like giving accurate 100% information that you can trust. And I feel that we've built this trust with you over time. With the Harry Kane, we broke that first. We broke Ange coming to Tottenham first here on this channel before anyone else did it. And a few other bits and pieces as well. And we feel we have a trust built with you guys. We have an obligation to you guys to be accurate with our news, to be accurate with our updates, and be accurate with the information we're giving you. And some of the people last night were absolutely dumbasses, what they were putting. That's putting it politely, for what they were putting out on X. And it's upsetting. It was upsetting a lot of people. We put out information we were getting, and we kept saying it was unconfirmed, and that's all we could have said. It was unconfirmed till we got confirmed news. Now, thankfully, it wasn't as serious as some people were making it out to be. Thankfully, he's home now, and the doctors, as far as I know, are checking on him. Have banned him from hospital away till he is fully recovered. But if you were to read somebody, and I looked at it today, and somebody what I read today really disturbed me. It was like, right, okay, this is a whole new level of disinformation and not proper news. This is just you being a sick individual and putting something out on a platform because you think it's the right information. Because you got it off your best mates, mums, brothers, uncles, cousin, twice removed sister's girlfriend. Oh, let's put that up next. That's the latest news. And you can't do that. You can. It's very hard. Last night was difficult for me because I will be honest, it was difficult because I've never had that situation before. And as I said, you have a balancing act to go down. Either you have a balancing act to say to the lads that say to you all, oh look, it's going to be fine, it's going to be up in a minute, it's going to be running around his grand. Or you got that you could go to the other side of this, lads, this looks really serious. Oh, I think, I think this might be curtains here, um and I think this is really, really, really serious. Yes, it was serious. But you have to go down a balance road. You have to walk a tightrope that you can't go left or right, because if you do, you can go down a road you don't want to go down. And this is why I'm so grateful for the team I have around me, that they allow me to do what I'm good at, which is talking football and which is commentating, which I think I am good at it. I'm not trying to blow me on trumpet. I just think I am good at what I do. And I got a very good team around me that support me, that help me, that they're a part of the channel. They are co-owners. They're co-channel owners of this great channel of ours. And they gave me the time last night that they word interaction. Didn't ask them to. Didn't have to, but they did. They word interaction with our source, trying to get the latest information. And that gave me the freedom to concentrate on the game. And I can't thank them enough. And I am so lucky to have the team I have around me. The people I have working on this channel with me, I'm so blessed. Because in times of trouble or in times of need, they're there. And I've said it a time before that I appreciate everyone's subscription. I appreciate everyone's comment. I appreciate everyone sending in a super chat or a membership, and a bit like DJ Samuel as well. Thanks for the amazing hard work as always. Look, it's down to you guys that we do this. It's not down to us. It's you guys we do this for. And I get great support from you guys in the chat, but Tequila, Colin and Carl, Philip Brady as well, who I've known for a long time. I am so lucky to have the people I have around me to do what I do best. And we are a family on this channel. We are a family, and we're all brothers on this channel. We do. And yes, like all families, you have your ups and downs, and especially me with my own mental health issues and my autism and ADHD, maybe I'm looking to things that are not there, or I probably feel things a lot more because I'm more sensitive than some people, than other people that haven't got autism and that are more structured in their life. And I'm just a very sensitive person. So the last thing I do is want to upset anyone, because that really does affect me. And watching what I was seeing on X today really did upset me and made me very angry, because that shouldn't be right. That should be stopped. That should be. Social medias have an awful big role to play in society. That should be stopped at the very source. And they're not doing that. And we all use YouTube, we all use X, we all use Facebook. But to put some of the stuff that I can't even read out on here, what I saw today when I went through it was disgusting. But I want to thank you guys, because I've been through a few dark moments. And I want to thank you guys. I want to thank the team around me last night, because I couldn't do this channel without all of you. And thank you so much. And thank you to DJ Samuel, who's been a member for 14 months. Your support, your loyalty is just amazing. And thank you. I'm just so humbled by it all and very, very grateful and very, very appreciative of all the support I get from everyone on this channel and the hard work that Colin, Tequila, especially Colin and Tequila, but especially Colin, who helps me on the tech side of stuff as well. And he's got his own job and he puts a lot of hours in with me behind the scenes, and Tequila as well, who puts a lot of work in as well, and so does Carl. I can't thank them all enough. This channel wouldn't be the channel without them, and thank you so much for everyone. Big up to DJ. Here's the next 14 months, sir. Here's for the next 14 months. Pablo said, what annoyed me interviewed was Virgil van Dijk exactly talking in an interview about trying to get another player sent off and saying see you in the next leg like a threat. Well, he can come, he came, he saw, and he whimpered. He's just like the rest of Liverpool fans crying. Big up to DJ. Thanks for all your support, sister Kid support, buddy. Yeah, big up to Tequila as well. And Mary W. Big up Mary W. Top man, Doma. Top up Mary W. I hope you are doing well, madam. Yeah, so that is my. So let me know if you agree or disagree, or with the play rating. So let me know. A little bit what Ange had to said, and then we'll end off there. Ange, on being proud of performance, says, yes, I'm very proud again. We had to deal with some adversity tonight. We started the game really well, I thought. Then we lose Rodrigo Bentancur to injury, and in the way it happened, it was quite distressing to see a teammate go down in that manner. On Lucas Bergvall's performance, Lucas was brilliant. Like I said, I haven't lost sight of the fact that we've got two 18-year-olds. One who's playing at centre back, Archie, is not even his position. I just don't think people really understand the level of performance that these young guys are giving us at the moment. And they are giving us such performances. They're brilliant, absolutely brilliant. On Bentancur, this was Ange last night. I don't want to speculate because I don't really know either. All I know, he was conscious when he came off the pitch. Obviously, it was some sort of head injury, but he was conscious when he was coming off the field. He's been taken to hospital for observation, but I'm not really clear on that. All we know, he's home now, I think, and that he will be checked over by the Spurs medical team for the next couple of days before he's let back to Hotspur Way. I think he's been banned from Hotspur Way. On the new goalkeeper's debut display, brilliant, fantastic. I got a sense when I spoke to him before we signed him that he had a bit about him in terms of awareness that probably bleeds his years. I threw him a mammoth task. Today to play against the best team, arguably, in the world at the moment in the big game, in semi-final, and he just handled it awfully well. Credit to Johan and his team. They were really big on him as a footballer who's going to fit our style and work really hard to make it happen now. And you can see why he's an outstanding footballer. Yes, he is. Absolutely a standing footballer. And guys, that is it. That is the post-match show. Our greatest win. We'll go a few more people in. Big up to Tequila. Said thanks to Tequila. Let's hope Bentancur makes a full recovery on this freak injury. Yeah, we all send his best and a speedy recovery. But guys, that is it. We're back at 10:30 tonight for the Transfer News Show. So join me then. Hopefully Colin will be with me then. I know he's having a little bit of PC issues, but hopefully they would have been fixed by then. But until then, we'll see you back soon. If not, you'll have me going through all the transfer news, guys. So come on, you Spurs. In big Antry trust. We never stop. We are here. We will rise. We are Spurs. We are... Let me get it right. We will win. We will rise. We are Tottenham Hotspur. Back the team, not the owners. Come on, you Spurs.